So the next morning we headed out. There was a group in front of us, and they had a guy on horseback. I thought it was insane. We saw the horse when we were down there, but the trail's so narrow. And it actually turns out BJ sent me an email maybe a week later that him and the horse fell off that trail during bad weather, and both of them died. Pretty sad, actually.
In a foreign land, national heroes, famous idols in Japan, Akebono, Musashimaru, and Konishiki.
So it didn't really take that long to hike out. It seemed like it took less time to hike out than it did to hike in. And after we got back to the car and packed all our crap up, we headed up to the summit to check out the view and take some pictures. Also, I wanted to go thank the lady who basically told us that, we wouldn't make it if we tried to take the 10-mile trail. So, thanks to her very much. It's probably saved our lives. So afterwards, we headed out of Haleakala and down the side of the mountain. So this right here is basically the Central Valley in Maui, and you're seeing both sides of the ocean, east and west. So that's pretty fucking nuts. Afterwards, we hopped on the road to Hana, which is this really long, winding road that's cut into the side of the volcanic sea cliffs. There's a lot of points where there is one lane in the road, like it goes from 2 lanes to 1 lane fairly often. In fact, literally like every 50 yards it seemed. When we got to Hana, we went to the general store and looked at hotel prices on a listing they had there. And we found this one place. It ended up being $100 for a 2-bedroom condo, run by this really old, nice Japanese lady. And we kind of just watched the sunset over the harbor.
There's so many different cultures on each one of these islands.
And like they all keep up like their own traditions too. Like I know she was telling me how they have like you know what mochi is, right? So like her family like would get together like during the holidays and like pound mochi, and it was like a big production. Like all the men would come and like they pound the mochi, and then like the women like gather around and like roll the mochi into like the balls and stuff. And it was like a thing.
Like a big family thing. Was it any specific time of year or?
Oh, I think maybe for like Christmas.
Interesting.
They pound mochi.
Well, my grandma said when Christmas used to come around, she's from a big Italian family. They used to like all the women in the family would sit around and make these like really rich like custard desserts,
Really?
like on Christmas Eve. Yeah. While like the husbands like sat around drinking like whatever booze Italian people drank back in the 40s.
That's funny.
You said that was your grandma? Yeah.
Well, I guess it's like no different from like Mexicans, like for Christmas, we like gather around and like make tamales.
Well, because it's a traditional family thing, and everybody can get together and they know how to do it, and it's sitting around talking.
Yeah.
Where did tamales come from originally?
Yeah.
Was it a Mayan thing or a Spanish thing? It's not a Spanish thing. Probably local Mayan.
That's a good question. I just thought it was like a traditional Mexican thing, but
Maybe it was born of Mexico while Mexico was Mexico. Because Mexico is really Mayan
it's the mix of
history,
the Indians
Aztec
and
history,
I know what happened.
Spaniards.
and Spanish.
I know what happened.
What happened?
Somebody had an ear of corn, and they crushed it somehow with like a rock. And they're like, "Oh shit, we'll throw it on the fire anyways." And they throw it in the fire in the husk. And when they took it out, it was a tamale.
And we're like, oh damn.
Yeah, if it was that easy, we could make it more.
Well, but I mean, then they're like, "Hey, maybe we should mash up some corn, or put some cornmeal in there."
Yeah.
That's exactly how it happened.
The inspiration for the tamale.
I could see it.
I could see it that way, or in many other ways, I'm sure it could have happened. But who started it is the real question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet Mayans had it. Mexican.
When the Mayan calendar ends, all tamales on Earth will cease to
I
exist.
feel like Mexican